I'd like to ask the old goalie questions. Who's your number three, and who's in goal tonight?
Well, you'll have a chance to tune in, as I know you will, John. So then you'll be able to see the starter tonight, and then Caden Fulcher is on our taxi squad as well here, so he's with us tonight.
If it is Bernier, how much of a lift do you get if you just have a different guy in goal? Not that Grice has played poorly by any stretch, but sometimes a change can give a team a jolt. Might that be the case tonight?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't honestly say that we're necessarily. I don't know that a jolt is the magic thing. I think the key is finding ways to make another play or two, and finding ways to stay with a lot of the process that we've done over the last 4 games, and then make a play at a key moment. And that key moment might be early on a specialty team. That key moment might be late in the game. But we think that for us to win lots of hockey games, there are going to be lots of close games, and we got to find ways to win them. So, it's less about a jolt to me than it is about execution. And again, being able to come back after a hard loss and continue to try to do it the right way, the way that you have to do to win. So we'll have that opportunity to show that today.
I know Helmer's out tonight. Is there a Glendenning update?
I anticipate Glennie being in the lineup, but obviously I'll know more at game time, but I anticipate him being in the lineup.
Thank you.
Yep.
Next up, Ted Colfin, Detroit News.
Hey, Jeff, we all kind of brought up Grand Rapids indirectly yesterday. I was just curious, have you talked, or when you talk to Ben, what's the message right now? I mean, it's such a weird season they're going to have this year with not very many games. Correct me if I'm wrong, but no playoffs maybe even. I mean, is it basically just keep on working with keep the young kids motivated and focused and progressing in that regard, or what?
Well, I think first off, I think the young kids should motivate themselves. That's number one. I think if you don't have guys that are motivated, then they won't end up being really good players. Inner drive is the number one factor in success, and so they better have inner drive. Number two, I'd say is I think the main impetus of the American Hockey League teams generally is development, and winning can be a piece of that, and a winning environment can be important. But development is the number one reason why the NHL teams put money into American League teams. And so, I think, Ben Simon, Ryan Martin, who runs the Grand Rapids Griffin, Steve Eisenman, I know their focus is on the development of the players that we have down there, and then making sure that there's a great environment for people to grow. And again, winning can be a part of that. So I don't think any of that changes. I think that's exactly the same, even in this weird year, just like for us, it's the same.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. That's all I needed, Jeff. Thanks.
Thank you.
Looks like that's it for us this morning. Thanks, everyone.